Yes, hi, and welcome to the Dark Knight Conspiracies, episode 33. Dems in control, Biden will be sworn in. Now, I want to reiterate some things here that I've been seeing all week, and this is why I have not been on in a few days. A lot of people out there with their channels reporting a lot of intel, claiming they have a military source from this thing and that thing, and their stories have been flip-flopping all week as to when Trump will be inaugurated, take power, if he takes power. Now, I want to reiterate on what I said in a previous show about Pence, by doing the wrong thing, actually did the right thing. If somebody is committing a crime, you don't arrest them before the crime has been completed. And I laid that out in a previous episode. And a lot of people out there are panicking over the fact that there's a good possibility, and I do believe a good possibility, Biden will be sworn in on January 20th. Now, at this point in time, I don't think it's cause to panic. I go back to, if you're running a sting operation, by Biden being sworn in on January 20th, that is the completion of the crime. He is accepting the fact that he participated and accepted a position in a situation that rightfully wasn't his. Because I got to be careful with my words here. This would complete the crime. Now, it's also, optics are very important. Because if what people are reporting is going to take place, it's important that Trump does step aside. Because if what I think is going to happen, that the military is going to take over in this situation, Trump would be powerless come January 20th at 12 noon. Therefore, he cannot be tied or accused of anything that happens afterwards, because he is no longer in power. He has no control over the military. Excuse me. He has no control over anything at that point. So we got to watch. We got to let this play out. It's another week. Some say it's going to take longer. Very may well be. But, again, I caution people that there's people out there saying their military sources are telling them this, telling them that. Let me be very clear about this. Going back to Donald Trump, he is not going to tip his hand as to what he's going to do and when he's going to do it. A perfect example, you got these 20,000 National Guard in D.C. And if you know anybody in the military, they will tell you this. These people are there, and they're given a specific order. They are not given details as to why they're doing what they're doing. They're given an order. In this instance, protect the Capitol. That's all these people are given. So for these people that claim that their military sources are telling them this and that, it could very well be true. My theory on this is very few people know what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. Donald Trump is not going to let, nor the military, let this stuff leak out. So I just caution you, use discernment when listening to these channels. Now we're also seeing protests are being organized at Capitol buildings all over the country. FBI has already come out and made a statement that there's credible threats of armed militias showing up at these capitals. Do not engage in this. Multiple people are out there. Stay at home, people. This is not going to do you any good. This is being set up as a false flag to blame the MAGA movement based on what happened at the Capitol on January 6th. And we're starting to see reports come out now that that was a preconceived plot prior to POTUS speaking, which they went ahead with impeachment this week and got it. Okay, fine. Give them a feather in their cap. Doesn't mean anything. But now they're going to use this to their advantage. And why the 17th? Well, again, all you got to do is look up the 17th letter of the alphabet, and you can see who's going to get accused. For whatever happens, nothing may happen. But we'll have to wait and see. Now, reports are coming out today. And again, I'm no violence, people. That's not what we're promoting here. This is why I strongly urge anybody listening to this, do not engage in these protests. Stay home. You're not going to do any good. So now we're starting to see reports of major dumps coming. And this might coincide with stuff that happens next week. So, breaking: President Trump declassifies Russia collusion documents, coming as soon as Friday. Some are saying it could be Monday. Who knows? Again, this is Trump. In my opinion, this is Trump trolling to force them to do something before they're ready to. I do believe it's coming. This people would refer to as the movie poster, and you can go look it up. FISAgate, now playing at a theater near you. And I'll leave the links to all this stuff there. So, again, I caution people, don't freak out if Biden gets inaugurated. This is probably part of the plan, and you are finishing. This is the completion of the crime. So this needs to take place. And again, optics. Donald Trump cannot be in power to be accused of any of this stuff. And a lot of people are cautioning the blackout is coming any day now, the emergency broadcast system. You know, again, don't know. Nobody's got an exact date, time. It's all speculation and opinion. My attitude on all this is wait and see. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, well then you know it's fake news. So lastly, I want to get into Speaker Pelosi held a press conference today. Now I want you to listen to part of this.
Earlier. In just 5 days, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris will be sworn in as President and Vice President of the United States. Following the attack last week on the Capitol complex, there's been unprecedented mobilization of security in the Capitol. I want to express gratitude to our Capitol Police, to the National Guard who are present here to protect our democracy. They have shown great courage. I'm very proud of them, and I was honored to be able to extend gratitude to them in person on behalf of the Congress. We must subject this whole complex, though, to scrutiny in light of what happened and the fact that the inauguration is coming. To that end, I have asked retired Lieutenant General Russell Honore to lead an immediate review of security infrastructure, interagency processes, and command and control. The General is a respected leader with experience dealing with crises. As a former Vice Director of Operations, J3, with the Joint Chiefs of Staff, his focus was military support to civilian authorities. Military support to civilian authorities.
Okay. I'll leave the link below so you can listen to all of it. But what I want to emphasize as you listen further into that clip, she talks about how emotional this has been. And if you look at her eyes and look at her nose, her eyes are glassy, her nose is red. She has been crying. Her voice is squeaking. This does not sound like somebody who's in control, like they won. No, this sounds like somebody who knows it's over. Checkmate. Just my opinion on it. Doesn't seem like somebody that's confident that they're in control and they're going to hit the ground running next Wednesday. Who knows? Maybe they will. Again, we'll have to wait and see how this plays out. One thing I know, as I've said before, God's in control. He's driving the bus here. The question is, which road did it go down? My guess is it was up to us, the people, to decide that. My faith is that God has his hands on this and he is going to take care of this. Yes, there is possibility of being some suffering, some pain. Some people might lose their lives. We don't know. If things go dark and we're told to stay in our home for 10 days, some people have talked about power outages. We know there's going to be a media, internet, phone blackout. We're not going to be able to talk to people. It's concerning, especially for states that are in their wintry months right now. It's going to be hard for people to survive this cold without any power. I hope it doesn't get to that point, but we'll have to wait and see. But one thing's for sure. We're at the end. The ball is rolling. And we'll have to see where this goes. Now more than ever, if you're confused, don't know what to do, my first response is take it to the Lord in prayer. Ask for wisdom, knowledge, and discernment. Open your hearts. And the second thing would be make sure you got food and water, batteries, and such, because nobody knows if and when this goes live. So that's my show for today. Just wanted to give a brief update. Again, I can't give a lot of information because, in my opinion, a lot of it is disinfo. Channels are all over the map with what they're reporting. It could be part of the plan to create confusion, but I'm confident this is going to work out for the best for everybody. So as always, stay strong, stay vigilant, stay safe. May God bless everybody. Until next time, same bat channel.